Hello and welcome back to the Byzantines. In between episodes, it's been pointed out that we can in fact build duchy buildings. We now have the tech, we just don't have the money. I think we've had the tech for a while, but every time we've looked at the screen we just didn't have the money, so thank you for pointing that out. So we will probably build one of those when we have it. I'm just double checking what duchies we have. We only have Thrace and Epirus. Now Thrace is actually interesting because they've added something to this game which in theory, you can use to nerf the Byzantines if you want to on your runs. So, let me show you the new decision that they've added, explain it, and then you'll hopefully see how you can do some weird things to nerf one particular county that is usually part of the Byzantines. So, Expand Duchy is the new decision. What Expand Duchy allows you to do is it allows you to expand a duchy title, which you usually can't do. Now, what this would mean is if you had somewhere like Leinster here, you could, instead of having this be a 2-county duchy, you could expand it into a 3-county duchy. Now, the reasons why you might want to do this would be things like Confederate partition or partition. Say you had Confederate partition and you took this bit of land, right? If you didn't expand your duchy to include that bit of land, Confederate partition would then have enough land to create the Duchy of Meath. So on succession, it would split your land in two, despite you only holding 3 counties, which is kind of annoying. So they added this in as a way around that. Now, what's interesting about that is because you're taking a title, or you're taking a county from another title, the duchy buildings have to be able to be changed, right? Because obviously, if you take the duchy's capital from another duchy, then you don't want to have 2 sets of duchy buildings in the same duchy. That's going to be overpowered, right? Like, you're not going to allow them to have a duchy building here and a duchy building here. Now, why is this relevant to the Byzantines? Well, if you happen to hold this duchy right here, and you expand into the Duchy of Thrace, thereby taking Constantinople, Constantinople will lose its duchy building, turning one of the best holdings, or sorry, one of the best counties in the game into one of the worst. Because instead of having a county that has all of these bonuses on it, what will instead happen is this will disappear because it's a duchy building. This means that you have a single holding county which can never expand and doesn't have a duchy building on it, which just means that it's kind of bad. And as far as I'm aware, it only really happens to this one. If we have a look at, say, Rome, for instance, which is in a similar situation, Rome also has walls as a duchy building, so you would lose those upon succession. But it's a 6 holding county, right? It's still pretty good in of itself, even if you take these away. Constantinople, if you take away the Theodosian walls, is truly awful. So, if you really want to nerf the Byzantines on your run, expand this into a duchy and then, the Byzantines will never recover. Because this is also their source of development, right? Like, this is the main source of development, usually for the Greek culture. So if this drops down, every single Greek culture, which is usually about, it's usually Leek plus Greek in terms of our land here, right? All of them will be getting slower tech. So this entire area of the map suddenly just becomes super weak by that one action. It's just an interesting new thing that you can now do. Also, what's interesting and new is that Lotharingia and England appear to have taken the land I wanted off of France. That's interesting and new. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that. Anyway, yeah. In terms of other things, I've also had a look at our knights, and I've changed up the successors for a couple of our acclaimed knights. We could, in theory, try and replace them early, but then you'd lose glory. The reason why we might want to replace these people who are in charge of the these accolades is because you get more bonuses if they do better at things like tournaments. So if you have somebody who isn't very good, like say this guy isn't, well, actually even better example is this guy isn't very good, right? He's currently a pretty bad knight. He's not going to be getting a lot of glory, therefore we're not going to be moving this along. While his successor is very good. So, ideally, we want to have this guy in charge so that he can be earning glory where this guy wouldn't. So, there is a reason potentially to want to replace him, but yeah. You also lose glory from replacing them. Anyway, I made sure we had proper successors for all of these, which is good. We're also getting quite far along here. Do we get the second bonus for Reeve at this level? We do. Fantastic. And that then allows you to get grand tournaments to increase development levels in your least developed county, which is very good for raising development across the board. So it's something to think about, but there's not a lot we can do in there. I also had a look to see who our worst knight is, as in out of our current knights, and I moved everybody off of forced knight onto allowed. Our worst knight is down here at like 14. You know what I didn't check though is our son currently allowed to be a knight? I think we'd want him to be. Yeah, he's allowed to be a knight. Cool. So I guess he'll be a knight. So I guess if we had ourselves on trained commanders, which we do, yeah, he could potentially get some bonuses. Although this is a lot less important than it was previously, because when we had very few knights, his chances of improving a knight meant it would improve like one of our specific knights. But now we've got like 18 knights, so the way I'm reading this is he has a 13.5% chance of improving or finding a new commander or knight each month, right? So he's got a 13.5% chance of either improving or finding a new commander. Let's assume that's 50-50, right? So then you go down to like, he's got a 6.75% chance of finding a new commander. Oh no, sorry, of finding a new commander or of improving a knight. And then of the 6.75% that would be improving a knight, you then split that down by 8. You then would divide that by 18, and then that would be your percentage chance of it improving the specific knight that you want it to improve. So, I don't know. I don't think it's too good, but maybe I'm reading this wrong. Maybe it's 13.5% chance of improving any knight every month, and a 13.5% chance of finding a new one, but I don't think it is. Anyway, I've kind of been waffling on. We are about to have enough money to do a bunch of stuff because we're in our chariot race, so let's go do our chariot race. Let's go. Wait, that's 9 months till it begins. I thought it was a 9-month chariot race for some reason, but no, of course we have to wait for everybody to arrive. Yeah, I forgot, because you want to wait for everyone to arrive so you can earn a huge chunk of money. Do we want Philippa to be a witch? Yeah, you can be a witch, that's fine. How many witches do we have now? I think it was 4% last time we checked. It is now 7%. That's not a bad number of people who could potentially be witches. I'll pay 150 to repair that, that's fine. Right. And now we sit and we wait. For money, or for many other things. Oh, the cadastral survey is done. Fantastic. So we get development growth in every held county, and we get development growth percentage for 10 years. Great. Also, how far away are we from this? We are 22 months away, so I probably need to save some money, although we're going to get money from the chariot race, so. I can get charitable donations in the holding of Byzantine, which gives me 15% holding taxes. Well, that seems pretty good. Yeah, I'll get 15% holding taxes in my capital. Seems like a positive. Oh, that's another faction gone. We only have 6, I believe, holdings in faction, or 6 counties in factions. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Yep, they're almost completely gone, which is definitely an improvement. One thing I've also considered doing, by the way, which I might do off camera, is I've considered going through all of my vassals here and just sticking them onto onto recruit men at arms. I think that might be the easier way of doing what I was doing previously. If I stick them all onto recruit men at arms, wait like 5 years, and then check who's not filled up their men at arms, I think that's a better way around of doing things than focusing on the individual one. So for instance, if I do that for 5 years and then go to thematic armies and then go down and just see like, oh, is this person filled out their army, then look at the person who holds the army. I think that would be an easier way of doing it than trying to look at the individual like nations and improve them. And then if they have filled out their army, then we can put them on another directive that helps them out. But yeah, or if they haven't filled out their army, we can try and give them some money or whatever. But I think that would be an easier way around to do things rather than however I was doing it before. So we'll try that, but probably between episodes. Vassals are being released from prison. Venturers are being landed. Cool. Neighboring rulers are winning wars against my vassals. Persuade more people to join our legend, even though there's no purpose to it, but we'll keep persuading them to do that. Right. Inheritance. The Terma of Lagwat, which is over here. This is de jure part of the Duchy of Mazab. Doesn't exist. I could create the Duchy of Mazab. That's fine. Duchy of Mazab. Create title. I'm then going to give away this title to a random noble. And now we just choose who we want to give it to. So this Greek person, or this person of the correct culture. Yeah, let's give it to the person of the correct culture. There you go, you can have it. Wonderful. Nicopolis, which is, by the way, our only duchy other than Thrace. And as we mentioned, we can't change Thrace's duchy building as it's the Theodosian walls. So we can't change it and we wouldn't want to. Nicopolis. Duchy building. What have we got? So we have these. I think they all just improve like everything on the lower levels. Like it looks like it just doubles everything generally. But we have that, which increases popular opinion, plague resistance, control growth in the duchy, and then the holding increases legend spread chance to the holder of this holding. Legend spread chance and legitimacy. Next one enables trained knights travel option. I mean, that's kind of cool. You can make it so your knights are better. And it also gives you size of men-at-arms regiments, knight effectiveness, number of knights. It's a really good one. I think military academies is incredible, especially, you know, as you can upgrade it to higher levels. But what else have we got? All holdings in the duchy gets bonuses in hills, mountains, and deserts. Yeah, whatever. Siege works. I quite like this as well. Makes your sieging better if you put your siege weapons over here, but I don't know if that's what we need. Royal armories, not that important for us at all. I guess it means that you can do cheaper. Wait a second. It says reduce cost for the melee contest, and then it just switches to 25% off a grand tournament in general. But yeah, it gives you levy size and army gold maintenance, but we're not really worried about that. I'm not really worried about men-at-arms damage and toughness. I think that we don't need this. Jousting grounds. Lots of bonuses for joust. What's the next? Or yeah, bonuses up here for jousting and then cavalry. What's the next one? Just better bonuses. Yeah, and then better bonuses. Don't really need that. Next, crown smithies. Kind of similar, except this one also allows you to get the superior armaments travel option, and you can increase the quality of sponsored inspirations. Yeah. Alright. Next, archery grounds. Is this the same but for archery? You know it. Right. Tax offices. Holding taxes. Just gives you 30% holding taxes at some point. I mean, that's not bad. 15% at the base isn't bad either. We have a lot of holdings within the duchy, so it's probably worth quite a lot of money to us. Next one is control growth, hostile schemes and personal scheme chances, and increases rewards for grand weddings held in this holding, and makes feasts cheaper. Yeah. And then we get royal reserves, which is development growth. Makes increases hunt success chance here as well. And I like development growth as well, and that's all holdings in this duchy give increased development growth. I think this is what I'm after. Yeah, we're going to go raw reserves. Development growth is kind of what we're going for. Doesn't quite extend to this duchy here, but this one's also technically a backwater. So if that one goes up, that's also good for us. So, yeah, and increasing development across all of them means that neighboring development will be higher, which is still good for us. So, cool. Well, make some raw forests. I don't think we have the tech for the next level, do we? It's not going to tell me. Probably says in here, though. Yeah, you don't have windmills. Oh, well. That's fine. Cool. How long till this? 4 months. Wonderful. And then we should be like 18 months away from the legend then. Or 17 months away. 18 months. Yeah. Cool. Oh, I'm at war? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why am I at war? I must have clicked it away. Huh. Well, I'm at 1% war score and I didn't even know I was in the war, so this is not a good sign for them. Raise all men at arms. There we go. Poor Artibus, their position has been vacated. I don't think we have anyone who can fill these positions. Nope. Okay. Do I want to be friends with this random queen? I don't really care. So, I'll say no. But not like, no, I want to annoy her, but just no. Alright, my knight improves significantly. Got 2 extra prowess. Mission Silk Regalia. It's only cost me 50. Diplomacy per level of fame +1. It's not bad. Our regalia is better, right? It's actually questionable. Diplomacy per level of fame is pretty good. I guess we lose some tax contribution. How much tax do I lose? I lose 6 tax a month. That is difficult to, yeah, to deal with. But that's okay. What regalia do you have? Alright, yeah, you have this one. I guess while we still have attraction bonuses, we should keep the attraction one on. But when that falls, maybe switching to diplomacy wouldn't be too bad. Right. Head over here. I've lost my court brewmaster. A new court brewmaster. That's going to be this Abbasid. Wonderful. Right. Neighboring ruler lost war. Can I see what that is? Or there we go. Stop pushing them up. Iberian reclamation. Oh, okay. Cultural integration promoted, and you've finished converting somewhere. Great. Who are you gonna convert next? How about this one? Then we can choose one of these. Let's go for. Your children have a chance to gain prowess in the traveler trait is kind of interesting. But I do quite like going up to here. So let's go far and wide. So we get different culture and different faith opinion. Plus our fame is increased by 10 for every holding you visit. Which doesn't matter because our fame is maxed out anyway. But no, we'll take it. I will say not but malice and lies for whatever this one is. And then, yep, keep going to the capital. Hey, we get development growth increased by 75 over here, and no stone unturned. So development growth going up by 75 might mean that we just hit a new level of development. We are now at 49 development over here. Cool. Right, on to the chariot race. Who is our person? You're my champion charioteer. I'll back the same group. So this option is available because I'm the Basilius. Oh, select society. Sorry. Do I want him, my brother, to join me? Sorry, that wasn't the event I thought it was. Sure, you can join me. That's fine. This is the one I thought was going to pop up here. Yeah, I'm going to go with Sigismund. Do we expect him to win? First or second? I'll put 200 gold down on that. Right. Her witch secret has been found out by me. Should mean that we're like at 8% for Coven. Right, we're still at 7%. Okay. I guess she was a witch already when that... Because that's the same percentage. I guess she was a witch and we've only just found out about it. But that's alright. Sure, give me some stuff and then you can come join us in our special box. Wonderful. Neighboring ruler won a war. The Ralsioi united. So I can rally all of them, or revel only with the highborn. Let's rally them. That worked. Okay. Down with Farold. I'm not going to fire my son from his position. That seems like a bad idea for me. Right, 3 days to go. I'm going to just watch the race rather than sleep with this person. I can boast of my righteous war that I'm currently in. Get me monthly income while at war for 10 years. It's not bad. And governor and househead attendees will donate gold to me. Or speak of my beneficence and get races and revels. No, please, give me money. I'm earning an extra 30 per month while at war. That's good. I'm assuming I can't complete this yet. No, for 15 months. I didn't just upgrade it apparently, although I don't think I can do that either. Right. We are now quite rich. Let the games begin. Alright then. Where's our guy? Our guy is 4th. That's not really ideal. I'd like him to be 1st if that's possible. Captured a valuable prisoner. Well, I'm going to ransom them back for now. Ourselves an extra 50. Who am I at war with? Yeah, I'm at war with this guy who only holds this land. Yeah, I'll ransom them back for 50. We're actually earning a ton while we're at war, so I'm not in a rush here. You can vassalize this dude. Yeah, I'll vassalize you. A religious exemption, which I can then remove. Unlikely triumph. Farah has won. Or is going to win. We accepted vassalization. Cool. This person over here, you're de jure part of what? Ah, Mesopotamia. Well, that's perfect. Before you become part of Mesopotamia, let me just modify your vast vassal contract slightly. You no longer have religious rights, but you are allowed to declare war. Now, Mesopotamia, I'm going to grant you this vassal. Wonderful. Right. That's all fine. Back to the chariot race. 4 days left till it ends. Looks like we didn't win. Probably. No, the Prasanoi won. Our guy came 6th. Well, that's not good. However, I did gain 1,500 gold, which is pretty nice. Bunch of people gained chariot experience, and the race is over. Wonderful. And we get lavish generosity for 10 years, giving ourselves some popular opinion. And Sigismund gained some more charioteering experience. And I have a child of my dynasty. So this is Farold's 2nd son. His name shall be Henno. That shall be his name. Wonderful. People were, are also suggesting that my children might not be my children and my wife might be cheating on me. Oh no, maybe. What's she got? She's a genius and we're a genius? Yeah, so there is a chance. There's definitely a chance because, like, not all of our children are geniuses. I could believe it. Anyway. You lost against my nephew in a holy war for Alwa. Oh, so we've expanded even further down there. Alright, cool. And I just told that guy to recruit more men at arms. Alright, I can use the Restore Accolades decision. Sure, I'll use the Restore Accolades decision. That works for me. It means that we can get more random knights in our court. Feast, hunt, inspection. We go on another inspection. I cannot complete this for another 13 months. Isolate capital. Create travel itinerary. I don't know if I need to create that each time. I think we could leave that for now. Inspection, though, seems worth doing. Can I inspect this one again? Yes. Yes, I can. Right, back to Corfu. Let's go. With the survey intent. Wonderful. And then we'll speed over there again. Only takes like half a year to go there and back. Stolen keepsake. We just say I don't have time for this and we get 2 days faster progress. Oh, you could be useful in our conflict. I decline. I actually forgot I was still in this. I'll enforce my demands. I actually lose quite a lot of money there. Due to leaving, but whatever. Rivals end. In the dead of night at our camp near Kavala, I step out quietly. What was that sound? That's when I see it. My daughter-in-law Melissa silently draws closer to my acquaintance Tibor, who is sleeping in the open field. With a heavy stone, Melissa crushes Tibor's skull, leaving the grass stained with blood. Melissa quickly scans the area, unaware that I've seen everything. I'll leave her be. I saw nothing. A gruesome morning. Who would wish death upon our charming Tibor, and why were they so brutal? I love how you can just be like, oh, I can say, actually no, this is, I thought I was saying it was Melissa. It was Pavlos. I can just, kill this random guy Pavlos if I want to. It would get us a permanent intrigue increase, which would be nice. As the work of a bear. I'm going to say it was Pavlos. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say it was Pavlos and increase my intrigue by 1. Fantastic. We now have 25 intrigue and Melissa is now our friend. For that, that's good. Completely unnecessary. Pavlos didn't understand that the reasons I had to do it were good. Like, you know, I needed to get 1 extra intrigue. But, yeah, that's fine. Keep going. Philippa has come of age. She is an exalted warlord, aggressive attacker, and rough terrain expert. She's incredible. Now, actually, there might be a reason not to marry off Philippa immediately. And that reason is that she can probably become a shield maiden very, very soon when we hybridize our culture. We're now in 1050. So let me just have a look at our culture for a second here. It's going to take me 8 years to get to high medieval. I really want to get to high medieval before we merge. So yeah, in 8 years, you could possibly become a really good shield maiden. That's going to take. It's going to take 8 years due to average development and base progress. As average development's probably going to go up, so it's probably going to take less than 8 years. But yeah, I thought it might be a little quicker. We'll leave Philippa unmarried for now. Yeah, or maybe we'll find her somebody in the court to marry or something. But I will leave her unmarried for now. She can be a shield maiden. It's all right. Right, we're now at the inspection. Local arbitration's now happening here, so we get more holding taxes. My goal is to improve development. Let's keep going. The old roads. We'll levy the citizens, which will get us more development growth, which is nice. So that's good. Neighbors lost a war for some chiefdoms. Alright, cool. We're now at 63%. We've inherited Algier. Let's go give Algier back. Algier is de jure part of Alger. Yeah, so we currently don't hold that. It's also de jure part of Tahert, which also doesn't exist currently. Just going to give it to one of these guys, right? We also just had some inheritance of a decorated dragon figurine. That's cool. Fragment of the True Cross, not so cool. But, yeah, we can destroy that one. Right. Cool. What's this? Celebrate other cultures? Oh, I definitely want to do this one. Yeah. that gives us a huge bonus across multiple different cultures. And we get a bonus ourselves, so yeah, let's do that. I choose the second option because that improves development. We're now at 73%. And then we can get room for expansion here, which makes buildings cheaper. Or we can get invested in guilds for development growth. We'll get more development growth here. And we're at 76%. And conclusion, it went as planned. Development growth increased by 15. We get inspected taxes, which gets us extra tax and holding taxes. And we get development growth, and we get even more development growth. Wonderful. That's what we're after here. So we should be at like 26 now, right? No, we're still at 25, but very close to 26. Cool. So it's still going up. Wonderful. Also, we were educating that child, right? Yes. So we could now start educating Penno as well. Penno is traveling, probably with us. So, yeah, when we stop traveling, then we can educate Penno. Ah, you're now the protector of Epirus. That's great. We did want you to move on to being the new person in charge. And your successor is this person who's also good. Alright, that's cool. Right. Quarry Quarrel. Upon entering the local quarry at Metzovo, I spot several spindly and dirty children helping their famished parents with the heavy work. Food appears to be sparse in this area. A bit further up the landing, the quarry foreman, Guifer, was having an argument with Jacobus about, or who appears to be a spokesman for the workers. This is unacceptable, my lord, Jacobus says. We cannot afford enough food and have gone to bed hungry for months now. Our children are starving and our strength is dwindling. Performing such heavy work, all we would need is the tiniest raise. Get well-fed workers, or hunger keeps the motivation up. Yeah, you can be hungry. That's fine. I'm not overly worried about negative popular opinion. Also that the disease is not near our capital. Also, I need a new tax collector as well, apparently. Apparently, I think they said they changed this screen slightly, or it might be they're going to change the screen. I think because most people just select the same thing over and over again, they're going to change this screen. I don't think they've changed it yet. Maybe it's on a dev diary I read, but yeah, I think they've realized that it's a little clunky, and you basically just select the same thing every time, which could go for a lot of this game. You could say the same about a lot of parts of it, but anyway. Hey, we got some horse experience, which is good because we weren't gaining any for a while, but we're gaining it now because we've held the grand tournament and we have the Hastlider trait. We're also level 1 in bow, which gives us a tiny health boost, which is nice. Cool. Right, so now we've done a lot of traveling back and forward. How long do we complete this? 7 months. Could do another thing here as well if we wanted to, like a hunt or something. Maybe it's time to do a war though. Might be the right type of time to do a war. Yeah, just like a little one. Also, I don't need you marked anymore. I think I only had you marked for yeah, for the purposes of like giving away land. Right. I was gonna do a war. I could do a war against Lotharingia. Oh yeah, also, can I even merge my culture? Well, my acceptance is only 21% with Danish, so probably not. When's my truce with you? It's done. Oh, wonderful. You're allied to some random who appears to be your vassal. Alright, yeah. So if I was to do like a de jure war for, say, the Duchy of Skåne, of which I would then get all the titles from, then that would go pretty well. Yeah. Let's do it. Can I now... Yeah, I can now do an activity while I'm at war. Okay. Although I couldn't then be at... I couldn't be in charge of my army if I do that. Yeah. So let's not do that. Right. Let's raise my troops here. Let's raise them all here. And then once we have all of our men at arms raised, we'll go. Hey, our forest is finished. Wonderful. So that's now done over here. So you've now got even more development growth. Why is there development growth here? One, it goes up by 10 a month. Yeah, lots and lots and lots of percentages on that. Let's have a look over here. How much does this go up by per month? So this goes up by 3.7 per month. So currently, Nicopolis is going up 3 times quicker than Constantinople. That's pretty good. And then the upgrade, yeah, I need windmills for that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. And then how fast is this one going up? 3.6. So this is about on pace with Constantinople. While our capital, well, our kingdom capital, our capitanate capital is going up by 10 a month. Which is great. So that means it gets a new point of development every 10 months. Which is pretty good. That's definitely workable. Right, we've finished gathering our men at arms. That's all I really need for this war. And then we will lead and we'll go to Skåne. Cool. Right, let's go. So we're very, very quick at moving, and we're probably going to be very, very quick at sieging as well. Yeah, relatively quick. We're taking Skåne. What else is part of Skåne? This one is over here. Cool. They're getting on boats, but I don't really know where they're going. Eminent Eunuch, Michael de Patras. For centuries, Inuakoi have served in the Byzantine bureaucracy in palaces as advisors and confidants, playing important roles in the political duels of the day. Michael has quickly risen through the hierarchy, and his talent, probity and discretion in all things finds uncommon praise throughout the palatial ranks. Oh, so it spawned this guy out of nowhere and he's not that good, but we now have an influential eunuch. Cool. Right. You gonna try and de-siege Skåne? Of course you are, because you're stupid. Great. Well, I'm gonna go attack you. Yup. You were getting destroyed, and you were thoroughly destroyed. Yeah. Need a new court poet. New court poet is going to be... You're only tax collector and vassal. You're not actually another position on the... Or you don't already hold another court position, so that's fine. Again, the reason why I'm trying to avoid the same person holding every court position... Also, I need to... destroy that, is because if they hold every court position, then if they die, you need to go and like give away all the court positions again. Well, if one person dies, you only have to give it away once. You could also argue that it's better to give them all to the same person, then you only have to enter that screen when that person dies, but still. The other nice thing, also, are any of those guys worth war score? No. The other nice thing is that if their stats drop, it only drops the stats for one position instead of all of them. So, you know, if they become invalid, it will only drop the stats for one position, which is, yeah, useful. Especially if you're not paying a lot of attention to it, which we're not. That's a huge amount of money they just gave me for ransoming. Right, so I will negotiate release. You negotiate release. Oh, demand conversion, that'll do. You weak hook. And apparently I can ransom you. Couldn't tell from that screen at a quick glance. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to talk about that screen anymore, didn't I? Oh well, at least I didn't spend a while on it this time. Right. Hey! We got this, which now means that we can promote cultural acceptance effectiveness, which we are currently doing. And popular opinion of any realm county I travel to. Or popular opinion goes up in any realm county I travel to. Which is pretty nice. Cool. I can vassalize Waldo of Bavaria. Alright. Oh, just as a straightforward vassalization. Alright. Well, Waldo's mine now. What's the kingdom is Bavaria here. Seeing how far away these guys are from vassalizing. They're not that far away. If I held the kingdom, they might say yes. But anyway, they're at war currently, so. We don't need to worry about that because they can't say yes even if they wanted to. I'm going to choose the one that lowers my stress here. It also works. She now is promoting my legend, which I can complete in 13 days. What else is Skåne here? We have all of Skåne. Wonderful. So you can just siege whatever. Artifact Siege, the Pilgrim's Guide. Oh, cool. Destroyed that. Got some more money off of that. 2 new prisoners can be ransomed. Right. I'm just going to gain a weak hook for you. Right. Declaration of Love. You've declared your love for me. Abandon this foolish endeavor. Right. Finish the next siege. And then... Child of my dynasty. So this is Varald's 3rd child. They should be called Antipatra. Right, and then... Yeah, next holding. Let's go. I am getting taken war score, so I'm probably going to win just due to that. Captured another person. Ransom. And now... we siege this one down. Neighboring ruler lost to war. Don't think it's relevant to us. Cool. Right, and capture another person. You know, I said I wasn't going to talk about this too much more. They added an extra click to do every ransom, right? Because now you have to click here, then you have to click here, then you have to click here. It was already bad that you had to click twice. Now you'd have made it 3 clicks for every time you have to ransom someone. Anyway. I'm going to enforce demands. Disband. We now give away as much of this as we can ourselves. We give it to a local Danish noble. I'm going to give this to a local Danish noble. And we leave this to a local Danish noble. Apparently the most I can is those 3. Oh, and this one as well. Oh, this one I believe was also part of Skåne. Wait, why did I have taken war score then? Maybe I didn't have taken war score. Anyway, give that one away. That's my only thought. Maybe I didn't. And then I'm going to grant you all of those vassals. You... all of those vassals. Let me just check that I don't have a title to grant you. You know what I could do? I can create the... I could actually just create Skåne. There we go. Then I should just be able to grant you that, and then that'll give it all away. Yeah. Oh, and it gives me 2.5% extra as well for giving them Skåne. Awesome. So that means that I'm now at 30% cultural acceptance with the Danish. Which is fantastic. I can grant vassals to rightful liege. Oh, you didn't get any of those guys? Oh. Well, obviously, yeah, you should have them. And then this one. Then this one. And then you can also have this one as well. Yeah, great. Wonderful. That seems good. Cool. How long till we'll get into the next innovation? 7 years. Yeah. So we should get the ability to hybridize slightly earlier. That's okay. Increased quality complete. We now have the miracles of Basilius Samuel done again. Which now means that you see all these bits that aren't orthodox, of which there aren't that many, as in our lands. But like over here, I think this is the biggest chunk, is like there. We're now going to go convert them. Also, I think this is just saying I got a new artifact. Yeah, I don't really need any of this, so I'll destroy that one. So I'll repair this one so it doesn't tell me about it. Right, then we're going to do the decision. So we are going to... oh, I guess I didn't even declare my holy wars. Yeah, these don't stack, so you don't get multiple reassert the holy missions. We just haven't used it, because that wasn't the reason we got these. Evangelize to the realm. That bunch of land is now converted. That should make these factions even weaker, which is great. Could start another legend. We don't necessarily need to. Mission legend artifact. Sure, I'll get one of those. Even though we don't really need it. Learning and diplomacy. But nobody can use it except for us because it's a core artifact. But whatever. And then clear grounds for a legendary building. Select a barony. One of our baronies would be good. So which ones do we have? So where's Toulon? Over here. Do I hold that directly? I'm going to choose this one. Because this one looks like it's my land. But do I hold the barony of Toulon directly? Like this one over here? I do hold Provence. Oh. Just as you're part of the Duchy of Provence, which my vassal holds. He probably desires it. Yeah, I thought you probably would desire that. Yeah, why don't you have that back? You can only grant titles from your own domain. That is my domain, though. This is my domain. Grant titles. Oh, right. There we go. It wasn't my domain. It was because I had the show any recent titles tick box ticked. Right. Over here. In this one. Is it this one? This one? Oh, it was this one. There we go. I can now do another shrine, which gives us more holding taxes and gives us more life expectancy, which is fantastic. And then I can end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.